Hello, students. This is a quick overview of what you need to do this week during week 7. I know that we have been spending a lot of time pulling research articles and reading texts related to culturally sustaining pedagogy and your research topic. But now we're going to shift gears this week. So I thought I'd provide a quick video that shows you what you should be working on just to make sure that everybody is on the same page. First off, we're going to take a look at the syllabus. And you see this little heading here that says theory. This shows you that we are shifting to a new topic in our class. So you have been working on research for the last few weeks, and hopefully you found plenty of research articles. If you feel like you did not find enough and you're still working on that, that's okay. You can keep working on that. It does not prevent you from shifting gears for the next couple weeks to do your theory project. So I would suggest that even if you feel like you don't have the right articles or your articles were not quite right for your topic, you can go back to that later. I will not ding you on points if you need to keep working on these article evaluations later on. That's okay. I know that's a very time-consuming process to find research articles, but for now we need to all shift gears to theory because this is a group project. So what you're going to do here, and you can see I put the dates from both of my 303 classes in my syllabus just to remind myself what we'd be doing. And you can see this is a Blackboard week, which means you're just online posting. Next week as well. However, it says to meet with your group. That is up to you how you do that. You may decide to just talk on the discussion board or on your phones or text each other or email each other, or you might decide to set up a Zoom meeting to practice your presentation. That's up to you. You're adults. I trust you to figure that out. Okay. Now, if you want me to set up a Zoom meeting for you, I can do that. So I can, if you just let me know if that's the case, and I will make one of you a co-host and set up a session and you can all join it that way. And you don't need me to be there with you that way. During week 9, this is a couple weeks away, you are going to join during your regularly scheduled class time, even though we don't normally do that. This is the one of the 3 times we do it. So week 9, we will be meeting together to share those presentations. So that means you have this week and next week to work on it. So let me go over here to Blackboard and show you what you need to be doing this week. First, you're going to come down to week 7. Everything you need is in this folder. So here's all your directions. First, you're going to watch this video on learning theories, and you can download this presentation as a guide as well. These will come back later on, so just have them handy and be familiar with them. Next, you're going to want to spend some time reading over the directions for your group theory presentation. There's several requirements that would be important for you to note, right? So for example, that every person has to read at least one text by or about the theorist. And so that means a chapter of a book or an article. Now, if one of your authors that your theorist happens to have really long chapters, you can split it with somebody else. That's up to you. As long as everybody does their fair share of reading and contributions, that's fine. You'll need to make sure that you explore some biographical information, know what their major accomplishments are. You're going to want to relate their work to the learning theories. Remember, I told you that that would come back later. That's where it's going to come back. And then you're also going to connect your theorists to those case studies. And I will post in next week's folder a link to rewatch those videos if you want to. So everybody's going to read a text by or about their theorist. And then the rest of this stuff, you can decide amongst yourselves how you split this up. Maybe each person's going to take a certain topic to contribute. Maybe you want to work on this in pairs and split it up. I don't mind how you do that. That's totally up to you. Here's a rubric down here to show you what is expected and how you will be graded. So once you've got your directions and you know what you're doing, this is a reminder of who your theorist is. I also recently sent out an email that has a list of your group members and your theorist on it, so you can check that out. And you're going to go to the readings folder here. This is a different folder that includes readings just about and by theorists that we are studying. So once you get in here, you're going to see that there's a bunch of different folders with names on them, right? And so you need to find the one that is your theorist. I did an example presentation and posted it for you on John Dewey. So none of the groups have John Dewey. So I'm going to show you what you would have to do here with this one. You're going to go into your own theorist folder, Now remember, you might have any of these other people, but I'm going to use Dewey as the example. You're going to find the text by Kirilo, and it'll say Kirilo James on it. This is a very short 2 to 3 page introduction to your theorist. So that's what you're going to start with. This will give you an idea of what this person was about. Everybody in your group is going to read this one because it's short and it's a nice overview of what this person's work was like. Okay, so everybody starts with that this week. Next, each person will select another text that they're going to read. So let's say, for example, in this book, I would choose a chapter, right? If there's different articles, pick an article. I posted here links to these ebooks. Maybe I pick a different chapter in one of these ebooks. You can explore whatever I've posted for you. There should be enough readings in the folder for each person to have one in your group. And if it's a long one, like I said, you can split it. If you don't see something you like here, you can also visit our library database and search up some things by this author. There are plenty of other things by them or about their work that you can read in place of what I have posted for you here. These are just popular ones that a lot of people refer to. So you can definitely use these, but you can go find a different one as well. Either way is fine with me. Once you've decided that, you've read your introduction one, and then you've decided which additional one you're going to read, you're going to go here to this small groups button at the bottom. Now, for me, as the instructor, it shows all the groups. You should just see your group because I have placed each of you in a small group of 4 or 5 people. So once I go in there, I should be able to see my group members, and I should be able to click on discussion board, and I should be able to post something for them. You can see that this group has already started. They're the Vygotsky group. Great job. So they've already started posting things to each other, telling each other which one they are going to do. Okay, so that's what you're going to have to get done this week. And I wanted to point out that if you want to jump ahead and kind of get an idea of what your group theory presentation might be like, you can use this video as a reference. I went ahead and created an example presentation on John Dewey since none of your groups are doing John Dewey. So you can use that as a guide. However, you do not have to make yours exactly like me. Be creative, use your strengths of all the group members that you have working on this. It doesn't have to be Google Slides or a presentation in this format, but you're just gonna have to refer back to those directions to make sure that everybody covers what you need to cover before the end. Then I would say that you're gonna be in good shape by the end of this week if you can get that done. So it's not too much, it looks like a lot, but really you have to read that main text, right, by Kirilo, and then select your other one and post it so your group knows what you're reading. All right, please be in touch with your groups. I will be checking on your group discussion boards to see if you need any help. And if anybody in your group is missing or not responding, please shoot me an email so that I can reach out to them and make sure they understand what to do. Have a great rest of your week.